this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Headed out of Costco. What time is it? 11:03 a.m. 64 degrees outside, according to my car thermometer. Yeah, I had a nice long talk with my new friend. Of course, the interesting thing is my new friend at Costco. He's not that new. I've seen him for a while. Yeah. Year and something. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, we always say hello to each other. He and his wife are out there all the time, usually when I'm there too. So we had a chance to talk a little bit this time. Interesting part is, as he mentioned, that he had noticed that I had made a video about the guy who steals drinks at Costco. Remember that guy? Yeah. Better this time. Yeah, there was a guy. I'll mention him again. I've seen him many times at Costco. I mean, if you're a regular at Costco, you start noticing who's who, and, and apparently he's noticed this too. Yeah, this guy would he'd get a pizza. It must be a pizza because it can't be a hot dog. A hot dog would give you a drink. But he gets his pizza, and then he gets a cup for water. But he never puts in water. He puts in lemonade all the time. I guess he figures lemonade is not as noticeable as Coke, because Coke is dark, right? Lemonade is yellow, but you can still see the yellow, so you obviously know it's a soft drink, you know. So essentially, he saves himself 79 cents. But the interesting thing with this guy is he, you know, not only does he steal the lemonade, but he'll go back for refills. I've taken this guy's photo many times. He doesn't know that. I mean, a lot of people who have their cell phones out, you know, they're usually looking at the phone, you know, whether they're looking at Instagram or Facebook or whatever, the news or whatever it is that they're looking at their phone. So I have my phone up. You know, I just take a quick shot. I've got evidence. Hey, it's the law enforcement in me, you know. I've never gone up to the guy and said anything. I won't do that. And I've never turned him in. But anyway, my new friend Mike has mentioned that he saw the video when I talked about it, and he and his wife have noticed it too. Yeah, I mean, we notice people, right? I mean, there's no way you can't. This guy is very noticeable, okay? Because, well, I can't tell you his physical looks without giving him away, but he kind of stands out a little bit, okay? And so, and Mike will know too. I mean, if he thinks about it in his mind, what this guy looks like and why he would stand out. So anyway, he says, yeah, I noticed that you talked about the guy. And he says, and we have noticed this as well. I go, yeah. Yep, Russ is right. Told you guys. So anyway, yeah, we were talking about all sorts of things. There's a whole bunch of guys riding their bike. These are the spandex group. We like to call the spandex people. Yeah, there's a group of them. Okay, here's the thing that I keep thinking about group bike rides, because people have asked me before in the past, hey, maybe we should organize a group e-bike ride. No. We don't want to do that. Okay, here's why. We got enough problems going on about regulations with the e-bikes. Can you imagine 5 or 6 of us together riding as a group? What do you think that people would say to that? Oh, they're taking over everything. They're riding too fast. We don't need that hassle. I ride on my own. You should ride on your own. All right, anyways, my voice is still messed up, as you notice. I'm still blowing my nose. I'm still trying to get over everything. I got to take a sip of something every now and then, or my throat dries out, and then I'll start coughing. Yeah, you guys have mentioned that it could take 3-4 weeks. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm going on 2 weeks right now. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. I did contact Electric e-bikes to let them know that I'm probably going to be late in getting the review out for the new XP Trike 2 750 watt version. And they said that don't worry about it. It says when you get better, go ahead and do it at that time. Yeah, they're not desperate. I mean, Electric is the #1 e-bike company in the United States. Missing one review from Russ is right is not going to kill them. So, yeah, man. They said just wait until you're better and then do it. Same thing with the other company too. You know, they said wait until you're better and then do it. I mean, these products are relatively new products. They have a longer lifespan than 2 or 3 weeks of coughing. It won't hurt them, okay? So they're fine with it. But, you know, the thing is, I still feel guilty when products come in and they're just sitting. I mean, I can't do anything about it when I sound like this, you know? So, and I don't want to go out, you know, because I have to ride that trike. I don't want to go out when you're not feeling well, and it's kind of a, you know, rainy day. This past week has been kind of rainy, so I've got to pick and choose when I can go. Now I looked at the weather reports, and basically we're going to be in the 60s at this point. I think our warm weather is gone at this point. I mean, anything can happen. Weather can go up and down, but I think we're pretty much going to be in the 60s or less going forward. So I don't want to be riding out there and sick too at the same time. That's not going to be good. So we'll wait a little bit. Yeah. All right. So what else has been happening? I've been watching Netflix lately. I don't typically watch Netflix, even though we have it. Mrs. Wright watches it more so than I do. And then on occasion, you know, if there's something that we want to watch together, we'll watch it together, you know, like Cobra Kai or something like that, you know. But I feel so trapped in the house because of this sickness, other than going to Costco to get a daily pizza, something to eat. Pretty much stuck in the house. And so I've been watching Netflix, and so I started watching a World War II documentary, which I thought was actually really good. I mean, I know about the war. Everybody knows about the war. But this was all actual footage, actual World War II footage that was cleaned up. So, you know, the bad graininess of the film grain and everything, all cleaned up and colorized. Now, I know a lot of people don't like colorized, but, you know, if you're going to watch like six 1-hour episodes, I think you're going to want it colorized. You know, straight black and white for 6 hours would be a little too much. So I actually liked it. It was really good. And they had people who lived through it gave their perspectives on things too. So, and it was not just from the Allied countries. They had the Nazi guys and everybody, you know, anybody who was in the war, they had interviews with them. And they're really not their interviews. They were basically talking about their experiences. Yeah. So you had the Axis countries. So you had Japan, Germany. You know, who else was part of the Axis guys? They were talking in addition to the Allied forces, you know. So you had people from the U.S. and, you know, Great Britain, you know, Russia. So, but I think they did a really good job, and so I would highly recommend you consider watching that if you haven't seen that particular documentary. And then I also watched the remake of A Star Is Born. Yeah, that was the one with, not talking to Barbara Streisand one, okay? Chris Christopherson. I'm talking about Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And I think Bradley Cooper was the producer. I think he was the producer, either that or the director. I think he was the producer. Interesting part about it is the guy who played his drug / alcohol rehab counselor was Ron Rifkin. Ron Rifkin played Sloan in Alias. Alias was the show that Bradley Cooper started getting a name for. He played the friend of Jennifer Gardner's character, who was Sydney Bristow, I think her name was. So he played her friend, and so making this movie, he got Ron Rifkin, who played Sloan, who was the bad guy, to be in the movie with them. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, to see them together. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. And, you know, I guess people use actors and actresses that they've worked with before, you know, if they like them in the previous things that they've done, right? So it was kind of interesting to see that. I go, hey, it's Sloan. If you were a Alias fan, as I was back in the day. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys for today. Yeah, I'm kind of like looking for things to do in the house that I can do with, you know, still being sick and everything. All right, anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.